Good evening. I'd like to call to order the organizational meeting of the Enfield Town Council this November 10th, 2025 at 6 o'clock. The first item on the agenda is the presentation of colors by the Enfield Police Explorers. It will be followed by a prayer led by Sister Patricia Marie from the Felician Sisters, the Pledge of Allegiance, which will also be led by the Enfield Police Explorers, and the singing of the Star-Spangled Banner by Maya Matthews. Please stand and remain standing throughout the Star-Spangled Banner.
Uniform personnel, Lieutenant Hood.
Sister Patricia Marie.
On behalf of the Felician Sisters, I would like to congratulate you, welcome you, our new members, and our elected members. We are proud to be a part of this town. On behalf of my sisters, I prayed to our Lord to ask for his guidance on our council as they gather to guide with wisdom, understanding, caring, and love for the people of the town of Enfield. God, give them blessings upon their conversations and decision-making. May truth and unity be their utmost concern as they give of themselves to those they serve and who depend on their decisions for the common good. Let them seek unity as a group and nurture all bonds of community as best they can to make the town of Enfield strong and viable so as to welcome new members and new families. We ask this in the Lord's name. Amen.
And now I'd like to invite the Enfield Police Explorers to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And now if Maya will sing us the Star-Spangled Banner.
Uniform personnel, present arms.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land and of the free, and the home of the brave.
Order.
You may be seated. The next item on the agenda is the administration of the oath of office for the Enfield Town Constables. If you could please come forward at the top of the dais. I'm going to do it from here. If you could all please raise your right hands. Marshall Elliman, Rebecca Green, Becca Halpin, Ken Kaufman, Alex Safraza, Marianne Turner, and John Ungeyer. Do you all solemnly swear or solemnly and sincerely affirm that you will faithfully discharge, according to law, your duties as constables for the town of Enfield to the best of your abilities, so help you God, or upon penalty of perjury?
I do.
Congratulations. The next item on the agenda tonight is the administration of the oath for the newly elected town council. I would first like to announce that Councilor Carol Hall is here remotely tonight, and she did come into my office on November 6th and was sworn in person. So if all the councilors could please stand. If you could raise your right hands. Linda Allegro, Gina Sakala, Bob Crisati, Cynthia Mangini, Maya Matthews, Marie Pisner, John Santinella, Aaron Thomas, Lori Ungeyer, and Zach Zanoni. Do you all solemnly swear or solemnly and sincerely affirm that you will support the Constitution of the United States, the Constitution of the State of Connecticut, as well as the Charter and ordinances of the Town of Enfield, and faithfully discharge, according to law, your duties as members of the Enfield Town Council to the best of your ability, so help you God, or upon penalty of perjury? I do. Congratulations, everyone. And now we'll have the very first roll call of the newly elected council. Councilor Allegro. Here. Councilor Sakala.
Here.
Councilor Crisati.
Here.
Councilor Hall.
I am here.
Councilor Mangini.
Here.
Councilor Matthews.
Here.
Councilor Pisner.
Here.
Councilor Santinella.
Here.
Councilor Thomas. Councilor Ungeyer.
Here.
And Councilor Zanoni.
Here.
11 members are present tonight, none are absent. The next order of business is the appointment of the mayor. The floor is now open for nominations.
Good evening, everyone. It is my honor and my genuine pleasure to stand before you tonight to nominate Gina Sakala for mayor of the town of Enfield. Now, I've known Gina for over 10 years, and I can tell you this: she is tough, she is passionate, she does not back down when it comes to doing what's right. And let's be honest, that is exactly what Enfield needs right now. We are at a turning point, both in our town and in our country. People are tired of drama and division. They want leadership that listens and that gets work done. And that's Gina. Tonight is also historic. Women in Enfield turned out to vote in record numbers, and because of that, we now have a women's majority on both the Town Council and the Board of Education. That's not just a statistic, that's a statement. It's proof that when women lead, communities rise. Now, some folks have said that Gina has an attitude. And I say, yes, she does. The attitude of a leader. You know, when a man speaks firmly, we call it confidence. When a woman speaks with conviction, suddenly she's volatile. Well, let's call it what it really is. Strength, vision, and leadership. And I'll take that kind of attitude any day of the week. This decision didn't come easily, and it came with sacrifices. Members of our team put the good of the town and the integrity of our party ahead of personal ambition. That says a lot about the people sitting up here tonight. It shows that we are serious about working together, about healing divisions, and about putting Enfield first. I am so proud of that, and I think our residents will be too. Gina has earned this moment. She's put in the work. She knows the issues, and she has the backbone to make tough decisions with fairness and integrity. I have every confidence that she will lead with poise, compassion, and the same dedication that she has shown throughout her years of public service. So tonight, I not only nominate Gina Sakala to be our next mayor, but I do it with pride, optimism, and a full heart. Because Enfield deserves steady hands, strong leadership, and a team that remembers we're all on the same side, the side of our community. Thank you for listening to my nomination for Gina Sakala.
And do I have a second? Yes.
Madam
Councilor
Clerk.
Santinella.
Thank you. It is my great honor to second the nomination of Gina Sakala for mayor. Gina has been a driving force on our town council for many years, a leader whose dedication and commitment to this community have never wavered. She's someone who takes her responsibilities seriously, who asks the tough questions, and who holds herself and all of us to a high standard. That's what effective leadership looks like. Now, anyone who's worked with Gina knows she's not one to sit quietly while something needs to be said. She speaks her mind, and she does it because she cares deeply about getting things right for the people of Enfield. Her directness, her passion, and her willingness to stand firm even when it's not easy are those qualities that define true leadership. But behind that strong voice is someone with a deep sense of loyalty, compassion, and commitment. I've had the privilege of getting to know Gina not just as a colleague, but as a friend and as a devoted, loving mother. The same energy and determination that she brings to her family and friendships, she brings to her service to this town. Gina leads with purpose. She listens carefully, acts decisively, and never loses sight of the people she serves. And she believes in accountability, transparency, and fairness. And those principles will continue to guide her as our next mayor. Enfield needs strong, experienced, and passionate leadership, and Gina embodies all of those traits. I have full confidence that under her leadership, we will move forward with integrity, balance, and a renewed sense of direction. So it is with great pride and a deep respect for Gina that I second her nomination for the next mayor of Enfield. Now I move to close nominations.
Move to close nominations. Do I have a second? All those in favor of closing nominations, please raise your hand. That's 11 members in favor, none against. We will now have a roll call vote for Gina Sakala as mayor of the town of Enfield. Councilor Allegro.
Yes.
Councilor Sakala.
Or?
Councilor Casati.
Four.
Counselor Hall,
Gina Sakala,
Counselor Mangini,
4.
Counselor Matthews,
4.
Counselor Pisner,
Gina Sakala.
Counselor Santinella,
4.
Counselor Thomas,
4.
Counselor Ungary,
Gina Sakala.
and Counselor Zanoni.
Gina Sakala.
11 members in favor, none against. Congratulations, Mayor Sakala. Mayor Sakala, I now turn the meeting over to you.
Thank you. I didn't think I was going to get emotional, but all right. First, before we go to the next order of business, I'd just like to thank Maya and John for your amazing words. I do have a couple of other people to thank, if that's okay, if you guys would indulge me. I'd like to start off by thanking my kids, first and foremost, Andrew and Paige. Shoot. So when I got into politics 12 or so years ago, I had no idea that I'd be sitting here today. They have been put through a lot, and they have put up with a lot. And they've been understanding and patient and supportive, and I thank them, and I love you. Thank you to the rest of my friends and my family, many of which are here tonight, for your unwavering support. Thank you to the EDTC leadership and the campaign crew and the campaign team. Thank you to my fellow counselors, and mostly thank you to the residents and the voters of Enfield. While I can't say that I know what it feels like to be in this position, I know what it takes. I've had the advantage of learning a lot over my tenure on the council from many different mayors, including Scott Copen, Mike Ludwig, Bob Crisati, and Ken Nelson. I've had the pleasure of having incredible mentors like Red Edgar. I've been lucky to have many wonderful colleagues like John, Bob, and Cindy, Ed Denny, and our Board of Ed counterparts, including Scott and Tina. So I thought it would be appropriate to start off this term with setting some intentions for the next 2 years. I will be me, but I will strive to be the best version of me for the town of Enfield. I will be fair, but I will be firm. I will strive to be collaborative and considerate. And I will be efficient and effective. I am not perfect. I will make mistakes, but I will own them and I will learn from them. I renew my support and dedication to funding and supporting our education in this town. I will continue my commitment to our kids, our seniors, and our infrastructure, and to all of our residents. This is not my council. This is our council. This is not my town. This is our town. There are 11 of us up here, each one having a diverse area of expertise, having our own opinion, and having the right to be heard. And lastly, I hope we can all set an intention for this term that we will not let politics get in the way of progress. I hope I can make Enfield proud, and thank you. All right, so next item on the agenda is number 9, appointment of deputy mayor. Do I have a nomination?
See if I can get this right.
Councilor Thomas.
I nominate John Santinella for deputy mayor.
Thank you. Do I have a second?
I second the nomination.
Thank you. This is a little funky since as the mayor I can't nominate or second, but I have asked to talk and say a few words about John as well. I've had the pleasure of serving with John for the last 4 years on the council. Not only is he someone I serve alongside of and I can bounce ideas off of, he is a friend. and I cannot be more honored to serve with him. John is incredibly intelligent, and he is such a go-getter. He has hit the ground running after his first election 4 years ago and hasn't stopped. He is so passionate and works so hard for Enfield. John is a tireless advocate for our schools, our children, our teachers, our seniors, and our taxpayers. He is financially conscientious, but all the while understands that investment costs money. Investing in the community costs money. He has continually advocated for a short-term and a long-term financial plan for the town. His professional background is valuable in his political position. Not only does he work hard for our residents here on the council, he does so at the state level. We are lucky to have his advocacy and have him in our corner. John is direct, honest, detail-oriented, and an extremely hard worker. I feel like this is almost your speech to me. He is opinionated, but willing to reach across the aisle and build a consensus. John is a natural leader, but more than that, he's an absolute team player, and I think that's why he would be wonderful in this position. Can I get a motion to close nominations, or are there any other nominations?
Motion to close.
Can I get a second?
Second.
All in favor of closing nominations, raise your hand. Okay, can I have roll call, please?
Councilor Allegro.
John Santinella.
Mayor Sakala.
4.
Councilor Crisati.
4.
Councilor Hall.
4.
Councilor Mangini.
4.
Councilor Matthews.
4.
Councilor Pisner.
John Santinello.
Councilor Santinella.
4.
Councilor Thomas.
4.
Councilor Ungary.
John Santinella.
And Councilor Zanoni.
John Santinello.
11 members in favor, none against. Congratulations.
Thank you very much, Madam Mayor. First, I want to thank my family. We're all going to cry tonight. Your love and patience and support means everything to me. And like many families, my family and I don't always share the same political views, and that's perfectly fine. But they've always believed in me. They believe in my commitment to this community and the values that guide my service. And after all, I got those values from them. And for that, I am profoundly grateful. To my colleagues on the council, thank you for the opportunity to serve as deputy mayor. This is a tremendous honor, and I recognize the faith and confidence you have placed in me by entrusting me with this responsibility. It took your votes to move my chair from that end of the dais to this seat, and I am thankful for every one of them. But I would be remiss if I did not also acknowledge and thank the residents of the 2nd District who have sent me back to this seat yet again. It is their trust, their hopes, and their voices that I bring to this job every time I sit at this table. I want to take a moment to write a few closing lines from a couple chapters in this last campaign. First, there are those who believe that no one person should hold more than one job, that I should just pick a lane. Well, I've picked a lane, and my lane is Enfield, and my job is Enfield. And if doing that job means wearing multiple hats for a period of time, I will do so gladly. Because everything I've been able to do in my life, every opportunity that I've had, began right here, at home, in this community. serving Enfield in every capacity I can, isn't about my ambition. It's about gratitude and commitment. Second, I want to speak to something that has weighed on my mind heavily since May 20th of 2024. What happened in this room that night was unnecessary, and honestly, I think it was cruel. Our children should never have to come before this council to plead for the resources they need to receive a quality education. We owe them that. It is our duty as It is our duty as leaders, as neighbors, as a community, to prepare them for the world beyond Enfield so they can compete, achieve, and thrive. That's what government is meant to do, to promote the general welfare of its people, and especially to protect and empower the next generation. A battle may have been lost that night, but that loss gave me purpose. And as long as I hold public office, this one or any other, I will never bet against our kids. Never. And tonight, I believe I speak for the majority of this council when I say, to the 4,900 plus students of Enfield, the war on public education in this town is over, and help is on the way. Now, as we look ahead, I have some words of advice for new members of the council. The work that lies before you will not be easy. It will test your patience, your convictions, and sometimes even your faith in this process. But always remember why you are here. We are here for one purpose: to serve the people of this community. The seats we occupy are not ours. They belong to the residents who sent us here. We are simply their stewards for a period of time. And the decisions we make here must always reflect that trust. If you keep that perspective, if you remember who you work for and why you're here, you will do well. Together, we have the opportunity to move Enfield forward, to lead with compassion, to govern with integrity, and to restore people's faith in what local government can be when it puts community first. Thank you.
Thank you, John. Next item on the agenda is Councilor Communications. If anybody would like to say a few words, I can start down at Councilor Ungary if you would like.
Thank you, Mayor Sakala. It's a privilege to be up here. First, I'd like to thank my husband, and congratulations to you on being elected as constable. Also to my children, my mother, my siblings, also the residents of Enfield. One of the favorite parts of this whole process for me is out campaigning and going door to door and actually meeting people and having these great conversations. I learned things talking to residents. So I really enjoy that process. Congratulations to everyone up here at the dais on winning your election, and I look forward to working with all of you. Thank you.
Thank you, Lori. Councilor Pisner?
Congratulations, Madam Mayor. Congratulations, Deputy Mayor. None of us could sit up here tonight if we did not have the support of our family. So first and foremost, I say thank you to my husband, my daughters, and especially my grandchildren, because sitting up here, I am getting to show them how to use their voice. And that, to me, is the greatest gift I can give to my grandchildren. We had a great campaign team. I want to thank Kelly, Greg, Jason, and all of those who supported us, walked with us, held signs for us, made phone calls for us. As Gina said, it takes a team,
And I want to thank everybody who was on our team. I truly, truly appreciated all your efforts. But most of all, I want to thank the residents of Enfield. Thank you for putting your support in me once again. I love this town. I have deep passion for this town. I could choose to live anywhere I want right now in my retired life, but I choose Enfield because I believe Enfield is the best town to live in. I look forward to the next 2 years working with a fabulous new team, and I can't wait to see what great things we can accomplish together. So thank you to each and every one of you.
Thank you, Marie. Councillor Hall? Councillor Hall?
Thank you. Thanks so much. First, I want to apologize that I'm not there in person. This trip was planned a long time ago, so I thank you for your indulgence. Nobody likes Zoom. It's a convenience, but I absolutely hate it. So I appreciate the indulgence here tonight. First, I'd like to congratulate everybody sitting there tonight. This marks my 14th year serving on the town council, and I truly look forward to working with all of you. To those of you that aren't sitting up here with us, thank you for your service to our town. I want to say to you, you did not lose. Anyone who steps up and offers to serve the community is truly a winner. This is not an easy job, and everyone who volunteers to give up their time deserves a huge token of thanks and gratitude from everybody. To our new mayor, Gina, congratulations. I wish you wisdom and patience. I hope you work collaboratively, and I was glad to hear that you included that in your speech tonight. Because everyone in the community deserves to be represented. So I look forward to moving forward in a bipartisan way. Lastly, to all the families here tonight to support your loved ones, thank you so much for lending them to our town. Serving on the town council is a huge time-consuming commitment and often takes us away from many of you. So without your support, we couldn't do this job. So I truly do appreciate all the family support. I'd just like to take a moment and thank my own family for putting up with me doing double duty like John. It is a huge commitment, but you do it for love of the town. So I want to thank all the voters that came out. Doesn't matter what party you voted for, everybody sitting on this dais truly loves the town, and we will work together collaboratively, and we will get along, and we'll move the town forward. And I really look forward to the next 2 years. And I want to say, Maya, great job, by the way. Congratulations, super job on the singing. So thank you once again, everybody. I really, truly appreciate the indulgence with the Zoom, and hopefully there won't be many more of these. So thank you, and congratulations, everyone.
Thank you, Carol. Councillor Zanoni.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. First and foremost, I also want to echo the sentiments of the Deputy Mayor and others to thank all of you who exercised your opportunity to partake in democracy. Last Tuesday, it was one of the highest turnouts in recent history. That's something to be proud of. That's something we all collectively should be proud of. I know both sides worked incredibly hard to get people to come out to vote, and to know that this council is being represented by the voters in force is something to be incredibly, incredibly proud of. I want to start off by giving thanks to my grandparents, who I think are in the well of the back of this chamber. Yeah, she's down there. She's waving. My grandparents have been there for me every step of the way. And I did not anticipate to get emotional tonight. I know that they always had reservations about me getting involved in this, and I think 9 years later they realized they might have lost that battle. And they are just the most amazing people that have inspired me to do this work. I will never hold a candle to the service that my grandfather, Gary Raffia, has done for this town, or the heart that my grandmother has for just the love of people. A week ago, myself and Linda were knocking around the neighborhood, and we walk in the door. My grandmother is getting cheese and crackers ready because she wants to make sure that she's fed. And that's just who they are as people. And every day, someone has to have people that they can live up to. And my grandparents are those people. And I know that they have my backs, and I hope I have theirs, and I hope I don't let them down. I'm also in a unique position to be here tonight as the youngest person ever elected to this body. And with that, means that there's a lot of people in this room who saw me grow up. And I just want to give a little thanks to them because they deserve it just as much. Linda Allegro, you raised an amazing son who is a mentor, a friend, someone I can count on, one of Enfield's best educators, and you will do, I will lean on you so much. Lori, you used to bring me to these meetings before I could drive here. And I appreciate our friendship, and I hope that that continues while we serve on this body. Marie, you held me when I was a baby. You had an amazing relationship with my grandparents, and I look forward to fostering that bond to see what we can do for our town. And I want to spend a little time to talk about my friend Bob. I had Bob 10 years ago as a math teacher. And you have to have a lot of patience to be in middle school, to work with middle schoolers, to work with a middle school Zaxxononi, because even as an adult, I'm a little challenging. So as a teenager, I was pretty challenging. And this man has just an unwavering sense of positivity and faith in people. And we have not always agreed on everything, but that man has never lost respect in me or faith in the ideas and the things that I stand for. And he is one of my greatest mentors. The Crissati family means the world to me. Marilyn, you mean the world to me. And to get to serve up here with you is one of the greatest honors of my life. And so, thank you. I look forward to the next 2 years. I'm honored to be up here with so many special people, and I hope I don't let anyone down. Thank you.
Thank you, Zach. Councilor Thomas.
It's going to be hard to follow that, but I'll make it short and sweet. I'd like to thank my family, first and foremost, for allowing me to do this. I'd like to thank Abby, Amanda, Christine, James, Harrison, John, everybody who came to support me tonight. I'd like to thank the people of Enfield. I might be new, but I didn't want to get emotional either, but here I am. My family has been in Enfield forever. We built Pearl Street, and my family, who's no longer here, will tell me that, in my mind, we built Pearl Street, so you need to stay in Enfield. I'd also like to thank Ian and the rest of the DTC for getting me here. And then I thank every one of these counselors who are here that I get to serve with. I revere all of you, and I can't wait to get to work. Thank you.
Thank you. Councilor Matthews. I like the sound of that. It's very interesting going from being in the administration of the town manager's office for 10 years when Deb and Matt hired me back in 2011 to being up here on the other side of things. I never, ever thought I would be in this seat. I want to thank the residents of District 4 for their trust in me. I promise I will not let you down. I will be collaborative. I will listen. I will be available to all of you. I want to thank you, Ed Denny, for all of your guidance and your advice. And then my family. My mom is here. I know she's very proud. Mom, thank you for everything that you've done for me. And my son, Caleb, who is basically my second half, like, he's here for all of the things. And thank you for coming tonight, even though it was really hard to wake you up from your nap. And my friends that are my family are here tonight. Jen and Carter, Mike, Dawn, I love you too. Deanna, I know my friend John is back there, and Riva, you're back there too. Ellie and Anthony, I think you guys are back there as well. My support systems, for sure. I'm going to miss some of you because there are a lot of you here tonight. My favorite chief is back there. I think I see two of them. Chief Fox and Chief Riggett, thank you both for being here, for everything that you do for the community. I'm just very, very much looking forward to this new role. On top of all of the other roles that I do, this just kind of makes sense. I want to take care of my town. I was born and raised here. I take care of people for a living. So let's just keep it going and see what good we can do for the next 2 years. Thank you, everybody.
Councilor Allegro.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. I know my sisters are already laughing because they knew I was going to cry, because that's what I do. I am just so honored to be able to represent District 1 for the next 2 years, and also to serve the community and the town that I love with all my heart. I want to first of all thank my husband, Gary, who has always been and will be my high school sweetheart. All the months that we campaigned, I spent long days campaigning, coming home tired, just exhausted. And I always came home to a smile and a hug. And Gary, there's going to be lots more times I'm going to need those smiles and hugs. And my two wonderful sons, Chad and Tony, thank you for your loving support. Okay. I look around and I see so many people who are so near and dear to me. But first I have to start with the campaign group that I was with all these months. I don't know what I would have done without you and without the leadership of our team. You were always there to support me because I'm a newbie, and you inspired me every day. Then there's my family. There's my two sisters, Carol and Deb, who have always supported me. My cousins, Francine and Carol, who are here. They wrote out postcards and cheered me on. Thank you so much. And then there's my friends. I'm so blessed. First, there's my high school friends, 55 years. And they've been there cheering me on and supporting me all these months. And then there's my team Nonas over there wearing those green shirts. Thank you so much for all your hard work and for being my friend. I am so, so blessed. I look around this room and there's so many people here that have truly inspired me. And Rick Laborious, you're one of them. Years ago when I was a young mom and I advocated for my children and for their education, Rick came and supported us. He was at that time the mayor of Enfield. And I was new. I didn't know how to advocate for my children and for their education. But Rick was there to support me. Thank you so much. I love all of you in this room. I want to help my community as much as I can. I'm going to work really hard. I will do my very, very best. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Linda. Councilor Mangini.
Thank you. As many of you know, I'm the longest serving member of this council, but I do want to genuinely congratulate John, Gina, for leadership positions, mayor, deputy mayor, and also the remainder of my council and all of the elected officials that are here. We, as a team, have worked extremely hard, and I plan to continue to work hard with our counterparts. Thank you, Marie, for that. I also would like to thank my family and friends, especially my grandchildren, Carrie and Vinny, who have been there by my side the whole time. And it was a lot of work, a lot of door knocking, a lot of dedication to different community needs and issues. And I am thankful to the people of Enfield, especially the District 3, where I did run this time, to return me to the council. I do not have a personal agenda, as most of you know, and I will continue to serve the people of Enfield as a whole in the best interests for what is going to happen as we go forward. My promise is that I will be dedicated to the cause, to what is right for the people of Enfield. And again, I thank you all, Democrat, Republican, unaffiliated, it doesn't matter. We are all residents of this town, and as it should be, we put our political aspirations aside when we hit this dais, and we're going to work, I'm going to work hard for the town of Enfield. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilor Mangini. Councilor Crissati.
Thank you, Mayor. Congratulations. Congratulations, Deputy Mayor. This past election was fun. It was fun for me because I started this campaign trail back in July. And these younger faces that are sitting at our dais gave me some hope. They gave me a lot of life. And I decided that instead of just thinking about myself, I started thinking about our party. I was thinking about what can I do to help benefit our Democratic slate, and what can I do to promote these young faces that we have here, along with, and I am going to consider you young, Linda. All right? Okay? And I have to say that with this mix that we have here of experienced counselors who I am sitting next to, Councilor Mangini, that you've been here for forever. My Republican counterparts, and Carol, you're not here, and I really look forward to working with everybody. This has given me a different avenue. I've accomplished quite a bit in my life. I've had awards, state awards. I'm a multiple Hall of Fame awards given to me. I've had the privilege to be the mayor of this town, in which I am damn proud of. Damn proud of. And I always will be proud of that. But I've been in athletics. I've been a professional athlete. I have been involved with athletics for a good 50 years of my life. And I have always become, and I've always stressed to everybody that in order to be successful, you have to be a listener, you have to be a teacher, you have to put other people in front of you. And I've done that time and time and time again, and I will continue to do that because I love this town of Enfield. And when I retired from teaching, back in 2016, I was approached to see if I would want to get involved politically. And here it is 10 years later, and I'm doing it. I'm an athlete. I'm not a true politician, but I do what is right for people. I do what is right for families. I do what is correct for everybody that is sitting up here. And somebody told me, hey, Bob, you took one for the team. And gladly, I took one for the team. This is not about me. It is about the town of Enfield. And before I end what I'm going to end with, I am truly humbled by my vote count that I received this last election. Truly humbled. Truly humbled. And I thank all the residents who supported me and who have supported me over these past 10 years. I am honored. I am more than grateful sitting up here on this dais, because I am not thinking about myself. I am thinking about everybody that is sitting up here. When I think of Maya Matthews as a former student of mine, and Zach, who always did tell you that it was a pain in the ass, but I loved him. All right? I loved him to where he is a surrogate son of mine to this day. And I love the Raffia family. And I love this young man. And he will always be part of the Crisati's as long as I am here with my 2 feet on the ground. And I truly mean that. Thank you to all the residents. Thank you. But now I'm going to shift the attention to my family. I have the most loving family around. That woman standing in the back is one strong woman. She allows me to do what I do and do well, and she supports me. My 4 children support me. They say, Dad, you are effing nuts, brother, you know? Okay? And yeah, there's a little crazy side to me that many of you, a couple of people might know, but that's about it. And I have 6 grandchildren on top of this, and I always make time for them because they're my number one, and they will always be my number one. And if you know me, you know that. And that I am proud of, and that I will stick by. I have a son with a major disability, and he is my life. I thank everybody. I thank the residents, all the administration, everybody that's been supportive of me over these years. I will continue to do my job for the town of Enfield. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Bob.
Next item on the agenda is 11, resolution to set meeting dates. Resolution regarding town council regular meetings. Whereas the town charter, chapter 3, section 4 provides in pertinent part that at the first meeting in the council following the town election, the town council shall fix the time and place of its regular meeting, which shall not be less than once each month. Therefore, be it resolved that the first regular meeting of the 2025-2027 council will be held Monday, November 17th, 2025, in the council chambers at 7 p.m. Be it further resolved that thereafter the council shall meet in the regular session on the first and third Monday of each month, except the month of November, at 7 p.m. in the Town Hall Council chambers, or at any place as the council may designate. In the month of November, the council shall meet on Monday immediately following the election day and the third Monday in the month. When Monday is a holiday, the regular meeting shall be held on the following day at the same hour unless provided for by motion. The day, time, and place of the meeting may be changed by a majority vote. Date prepared 11/10/2025 by the town manager's office.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? Seeing none, roll call, please.
Councilor Allegro.
4.
Mayor Sakala.
4.
Councilor Crisati.
4.
Councilor Hall.
4.
Councilor Mangini.
4.
Councilor Matthews.
4.
Councilor Pisner.
4.
Deputy Mayor Santinella.
4.
Councilor Thomas.
4.
Councilor Ungary.
4.
And Councilor Zanoni.
4.
11 in favor, none against.
Thank you, Sheila. 12 on the agenda, appointment of a committee of 3 members to review the policy and procedure for town council meetings. I will indicate that Councilor Crisati and Councilor Matthews will be on policy and procedure for our side. I will defer.
Yes, I'd like to nominate Marie Pisner.
There doesn't need to be nominations, right? We're just appointing them? Okay.
That is correct.
It's going to be Councilor Pisner. Perfect. Thank you. Item 13 on the agenda, America the Beautiful, sung by our very own Councilor Maya Matthews.
Oh, beautiful, for spacious skies, for amber waves of grain, for purple mountains, majesties above the fruited plain. America, America, God shed his grace on thee and crown thy good with brotherhood from sea to shining sea. Oh, beautiful, for heroes proved in liberating strife, who more than self their country love, and mercy more than life. America, America, may God thy gold refine, till all success be nobleness, and every gain divine. America, America, God shed his grace on thee and crown thy good with brotherhood from sea to shining sea.
Thank you, Maya. Before a motion to adjourn, I just want to thank everyone for coming tonight. Please join us if you have time and would like for a little reception here. And there's some snacks that have been prepared for by EHS Culinary and Chef O. Can I get a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
Thank you. All in favor? Meeting adjourned.